I have been for quite some time trying to figure out this whole manifestation thing and like setting intentions and just surrendering to the process. And I thought I had gotten my head pretty well wrapped around it when I heard the analogy like if you order something from Amazon and you order something online, you pay for it, you get the shipping confirmation, you know it's on its way. You don't keep like going and checking to see where it's at. I mean, unless it's something that you're really excited about, I guess. But um, it's not like you are constantly stating that intention. You're not constantly going back and reminding Amazon, hey, remember I ordered that. Where is it at now? Like they would get really, really tired of you really, really quickly if you do it that way. So like you know that it's on its way. And so there's almost an anticipation of its arrival, but it's an anticipation that is sure of the end result. The end result is that you're going to get the package in the mail that you ordered. Um, and that's that. You know, we don't think twice about it unless it gets late or some unforeseen circumstance interferes with the process. But for the most part, like once we order something, we know it's coming. So I thought that that pretty well explained it. But there's still all of those, what ifs and exceptions to the rule. So essentially, when we manifest something, it's using our creative energy. So we all have a balance of masculine and feminine. And the feminine part of all of us is capable of creating new things and new life and breathing new opportunity into old circumstances. If we're going to think of this in terms of a feminine creative process, what better thing to relate it to than the process of a feminine human, a female human giving, bringing forth new life, going through the process of pregnancy and labor and childbirth and bringing forth literally a new soul into this physical realm. Um, and that's different from, I mean, we have all of these metaphors or symbols of, a stork delivering a baby. But if you've had a baby or known anybody that's had a baby, you know that that's not at all how it works. And um, I would dare say, regardless of circumstances, I'm sure there's an exception to every rule, but the initial gut feeling or reaction or mood, the instinct, the instinct of any woman with child, barring extenuous, unnatural interference, the automatic response is going to be that of nurturing and preparing for that baby in some kind of way, whether it's for, adoption or whatever it happens to be. And this is not the place, this is not the time for that conversation. That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about a new baby that has actually been born into the world. There have been preparations for that baby for 9 months, but they've been preparations as if like that baby's coming. Like when somebody finds out that they're pregnant and they're not living a healthy lifestyle, if their intention is to have a healthy baby, then they start making changes in their daily life and in their habits way ahead of time. Like it's not something that you can just say, well, when the baby gets here, if the baby's okay, then I can change X, Y, Z, and it'll all be fine. No, 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 no. You pee on a stick and go get an ultrasound, and the timer starts, until that baby gets here. And that's the easy part. If you know, you know. And I know that's the easy part. The preparation is the easy part. But it's not without effort. It's not without steady, intentional um, progress throughout the stages of pregnancy, and then once the baby arrives, throughout the stages of parenthood or motherhood. And we grow right along with our kids, but it all starts knowing that we have planted this seed inside of us, and now it's going to grow a baby, and then we're going to have a baby when it comes to fruition. Nobody expects the baby to be here tomorrow. Like, we understand and recognize that it takes a minute to build one of those things. And so we know that we've got, you know, time until it arrives. But in the meantime, we have preparations that need to be made. And so it's a blessing that we have this time to rearrange ourselves and to rearrange our lives to welcome in this new soul that we've been trusted with and that has chosen us for this go around the sun. Um, and so if we think about our manifestations in that way, in a way that we set the intention, we clearly know and state what it is that we want, and then we do everything that naturally comes that will help us to embody that thing that we want. And so I struggled for a really long time with the whole thing of embodying it as if you already have that which you want to manifest. Couldn't wrap my mind around it. But like, when somebody's pregnant, you don't say she's gonna be a mom. Like, sometimes it's mom to be, but like, that's mom. Before the baby arrives, that's mom. So we have to embody that which we want to manifest into our lives in that way, in that we've made the plan for where we want to end up. And now we take the next first step, just one step at a time. We don't have to plan 10 steps down the road, and know every step of the journey before we start out. Um, part of part of learning is in the adventure, and then figuring it out as you go. And um, the universe doesn't give it to us that way. If we saw the plan for our entire life and all the shit we would have to go through, like, all laid out at the beginning, that wouldn't work. All of us would quit and say, nope, I'm not doing that. And so, but when we get to the end, it turns out that it was all divinely planned and orchestrated the entire time. And life ain't always beautiful, but it's a beautiful ride. And so, if lately it has felt like you're on a white knuckle roller coaster ride and everything is chaotic and up in the air, or if you've just felt like you don't fit anywhere here anymore, or just if it's felt chaotic and different lately, um, is because it is. We had a new moon at 0 degrees of Aries, which is the very first degree of the zodiac, and then another one. The next new moon lunation was at 29 degrees of Aries, and so that's the complete spectrum of a rebirth cycle. Um, 0 degrees of Aries is the first degree of the zodiac, and then 29 degrees is the last degree of Aries. And both of those were new moons. That took place in March and April of this year. Now we've had um, a blue moon in August. So we had a full moon on August the 1st, and then we had another one on August the 30th. And we're coming up on one, I believe it's September the 29th. Don't quote me, but I think that's when it is. Um, and each of these full moons have brought up things for us to close out. And it's all leading up to this eclipse in October. On October the 14th, there's a solar eclipse. And solar eclipses always take place coinciding with a new moon. Lunar eclipses are always with a full moon. Solar eclipses are always with a new moon. So new moons, like this solar eclipse that we've got coming up, and like the two that were in Aries earlier in this year, are for setting intentions, planting new seeds, and making fresh starts, new beginnings. Um, they are the time of plowing the field, getting rid of all the weeds, really doing a self evaluation, and um, aligning yourself with the outcome, your desired outcome. Full moons, on the other hand, are culminations or closing out cycles. And so they offer a time for us to gracefully let go of that which no longer serves us. And so we've had 3 super full moons in a row, um, bringing back up and back up and back up these themes that are just, they've outlived their usefulness, y'all. Like the structures that are falling apart right now need to fall apart. Um, and I'm at the point that I don't even want to try to repair what we got going on. I'm just ready to tear the whole thing down and start fresh. And that is what these full moons have been doing. They have been giving us opportunity to go in and scrape out the gunk that we don't want in there anymore, and then have an entire month around the theme of that full moon to get ready for the next one, and then digging out another um, layer of that gunk that we have built up, the programming and the outdated belief systems and values, all of these things. We're having the opportunity to excavate out of ourselves to make room for the new, because we need a lot of room for the new that the universe is offering us right now. Um, I'm going to make another video about the eclipse, and so I'm trying really hard not to get into it all here, because that's not even what y'all came to watch this video about. But just know that this is between now and the end of next year. There has never been a better time to figure manifesting out. The universe has got our backs some kind of hella next level way. And it's really just a matter of choosing, of deciding to take your feet and point them in a new direction and know where that direction is taking you. That's all you have to do. And then you're going to float with the wind in your sails all the rest of the way, because the universe has got it all mapped out. Like, we came here for a purpose. The universe knows where we're all supposed to go. And if we'll just let go of the wheel and quit gripping it so tight, like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on. Like, if we could just stop panicking for just a second and realize that God has got us. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. You know better than me anyway. And I'm clearly not doing a good job manning this vessel. um, it's the easiest and hardest thing to do. But Jesus said that faith of a mustard seed would move mountains. Um, and so that's all we need to manifest the life of our dreams, is just the faith of a mustard seed, to set that intention and plant it at a fertile time like these solar eclipses and these new moons that we've got coming up. Um, I think that'll be it for this one. Anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble. Um, hit the like button, the bell, all of that. See you later.